Hello guys and welcome to the first ever episode of Pipe Down and Listen, a podcast by yours truly. My name is Ella and how the bloody hell are ya? Now look, before we get into this episode, I'd like to do a little bit of housekeeping. There may be some background noise and that's because I am a broke university student recording on an iPhone 7, so you can either choose to ignore those sounds or embrace them. This really is your own choice. Going forward, I would love to explain what this is all about. So I've always had a major passion for music, especially discovering and sharing new artists with my friends and family. But I didn't want to make a podcast that was that simple. I decided to add a little bit of spice. So with these episodes, each episode is going to have a specific theme or topic to it. Today's, for instance, is... Yes, that is a drum roll because I don't have the editing software to actually edit in a proper drum roll. The topic is 21 degrees, a playlist for when you're sitting in the sun on a cold day. I know that's specific and I don't care. All of these tracks will have that kind of vibe to it and I really hope you enjoy what I recommend going forward. Unfortunately, due to copyright laws, I won't actually be able to play these songs through the podcast, but I have made a Spotify playlist which is down in the link below, and it has all of the tracks that will be discussed today in order, plus some extra tracks I'd love you guys to check out. And with that, if you have any recommendations for songs or themes you'd like me to curate songs for, chuck it in a comment below and I'd love to check it out. And with that, let's get into our first song, Beach Bummer by No Vacation. Alrighty, now with Beach Bummer, it was the third track in the amazing debut mixtape AMOXO by the Brooklyn-based group, and it really carried me through what was quite a tough spring last year. As with most of their work, No Vacation follows a really laid-back dream pop vibe, with this piece creating a vision of a bittersweet nostalgia for a summer vacation that has long passed. If you listen to this song and really enjoy it, I'd recommend checking out their other tracks, Yam Yam, Dream Girl, and Days. Now I'm just super pumped to talk about the next song. It's called Low by the brilliant Australian singer and songwriter Nick Murphy, otherwise known as Chet Faker. Now, if you're hearing that name thinking it rings a bell, then you've probably been familiar with his tracks Drop the Game, Gold, and Talk is Cheap. Now, Murphy had seemingly taken a hiatus from releasing music under his stage name Chet Faker back in 2015. This was to explore a new direction with his work and his sound. But as of 5 years later, he surprised his fans, me included, with a beautifully optimistic piece titled Low, which is just dripping with that iconic Faker sound. This song itself is a bit more of a slow burner, but the lyrics are absolutely gorgeous and I really think you'll enjoy it. If you do enjoy Chet Faker, I would also recommend listening to the songs Cigarettes and Chocolate and I'm Into You. And after listening to the amazing Chet Faker, who better to follow than the amazing Oklahoma alt duo Sports and their song Whatever You Want. Though this song takes a more relaxed approach with a slower tempo than previously mentioned pieces, it continues this trend of utilising the drums and the guitar in a way in which doesn't detract from the lyrics, but rather enhances their meaning. Whatever You Want was released back in 2016 as a part of their second album, aptly named People Can't Stop Chilling. And with this track, I can't help but imagine driving down the coast with my windows down and fresh, salty air filling my lungs. So I'd definitely recommend getting yourself a cup of tea and listening to this song when you have a free moment to just sit and relax. With a gorgeous wavy pop sound, Sports has been a group which I've been really excited to share with you guys. Other than this song just here, if you enjoy Sports, I would definitely say check out the song Panama, Someone You'd Rather Be Dating, and Autopilot. Alrighty, and with that mention of Oklahoma, we've now entered the synth pop zone with our next track, Oklahoma by the fantastic Jack Stauber. Similar to his other works, Oklahoma is crafted with cleverly written lyrics that come off as nonsensical and a catchy hook that will really draw you in. But it's more the repetition and the vocals that I love in this track, and you'll find yourself humming this song to yourself in weeks to come. Now, I could talk about my love for Jack Stauber and his work for hours and hours, but to keep this podcast to an appropriate length, I thought I would just give the basics. Based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Jack is an alt-indie artist that, along with singing, songwriting, and production, also makes his own short videos experimenting with many forms of animation. One of my favourite things was in a recent interview, he was asked on Retrowave about his development of his unique vocal style, and he replied, "I sing in the shower," which is probably one of the funniest things I've heard as a response to an interview, but I have nothing but respect for that answer. If you enjoy this track, I would definitely say give a listen to both his albums, Pop Food and High Low. But I would say out of all the tracks I would really recommend, Coconut Ranger, Dog Nightmare and Wimrag are must listens. And with that, we are now on to track number 5, and I am nothing short of elated to share this track with you. It is titled Ruby by Jeskill, and it is an absolute banger. Now, I discovered Jeskill, and I just want to say I'm not too sure if I'm pronouncing the name right. Anyone correct me in the comments if I'm not. I discovered them last year promoting their song So She Goes, and I'm so glad I did. As of current, Jeskill only has 3 songs out on their EP titled Rose Colored Glasses, and though I can be super impatient, I'm nothing but excited to see what this artist releases in the future. Ruby itself is a beautiful piece that uses guitar and drums in a way in which just completely lifts the strong vocals, and it'll really leave you feeling a little bit different to than how you started when you listened to this song. Now on to another group I'm super jazzed to talk about. It's Goth Babe and their song As She Dreams. Released on their 2020 EP titled North Coast, this song is just gorgeous from start to finish. It draws you in with a really simple intro on the guitar, and from that point you kind of know that you're just in for a really chill banger. Both recording and releasing their music independently, Goth Babe is an amazing up-and-coming alternative group who definitely deserve some love. Other tracks that I'll keep an ear out for include Moments/Tides and Sometimes. Alrighty, and we are now on the final track for today, and what song will be given the title as most well suited to today's theme, and given this episode's crown of vibes, the first to ever be awarded, it is, drumroll please, New Zealand indie band Mako Road's song titled The Sun Comes Up. I don't know about the listeners at home, but when I listen to this song, all I can imagine is sitting down after a long day, having an ice cold schooner by the beach. And honestly, I have not one negative thing I can really say about this track. I just wish I could listen to it for the first time again. Fortunately, with Mako Road, their cozy alternative sound is not exclusive just to this track, with most of their songs consisting of a similar wistful sound. So if you enjoy this song here, I would definitely recommend checking out the track Lady and Mako Road's latest release Helicopter 2. Now, before we wrap things up for today, I'd love to give some honourable mentions to songs which you'll also find in this episode's track list below. These include Friends by Los Retros, Cyclone by Sticky Fingers, Smile by Winston Surfshirt, Good Days by Cesar, and Home by Vacations. And with that, we have now reached the end of the first ever episode of Pipe Down and Listen. If you've stuck around this long, I'd just love to say thank you so much. I've been working on this project for quite a while now, and I've been really excited to release it. It's super rough, but I can't wait to see what comes next. If you have any songs you wish to hear in future episodes, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Now, I don't want to spoil the surprise of next episode's theme, but I am going to say prepare to bring unbridled rage. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and have a lovely rest of your day. I've been Ella, and you've been listening to Pipe Down and Listen.